Greetings everyone, welcome to Opal's NZ. If you're new here, thanks for coming and I hope you enjoy. Feel free to subscribe to the channel if you like the videos. In this channel we take rough opal and we grind beautiful gemstones. Today we're going to be cutting some very nice Coober Pedy crystal opal and hopefully getting some beautiful gems. So yeah, let's take a closer look. Today we have 4 pieces. And this is from Coober Pedy, and it's very nice material. This is the king stone of the parcel. It's 14 carats, and it's a very glassy material. You can see it's very translucent, or transparent, I should say. And there are very few inclusions, although the shape is a little odd, so I'm picturing a stone probably around about there. So I may have to slice this piece, but I will start by cleaning around the edges a little bit and taking this off and just cleaning up there. That sand goes in a little way, but not too far. So we'll clean it up and then we'll make a decision of where we're going to possibly slice it. So we may take a slice off the side here potentially. So yeah, that's the main piece. This piece is I think it's 7.5 carats from memory. No, 5.5 carats, sorry. And it's less translucent, or transparent I should say, but beautiful blues and reds, oranges in there, and a little bit of red even. But this one, I'm going to try my luck at this one. It's a bit of a risky maneuver, but what I'm going to try to do is cut it in half and make a pair. So if you can see, there's I could make one very high dome stone, but because of this little sand spot here, which doesn't go in very far, only goes in a little way, it's pretty clean in there. I'll be losing a lot of that height there anyway, so what the plan is, so I don't know if you can see that there, there's like a natural healed crack there, so I'm going to follow that. It's healed and it's only going in a fraction of a mil. I could grind it out, so I'm not worried about it re-cracking, but I'm just going to try my luck on this one, so there's a bit of a risk, but first I'll take that off, because yeah, what I'm aiming to do is slice that off and get one stone there, and then off of the base there'll be another stone there, roughly a carat each, or a carat and a half maybe. So the first order of business will be to smoothen this out and make sure that faces well, and then just take that skin off and make sure that faces well as well on the bottom, and if they both face well like that, then it's going to be sliced through the guts there and get a pair for a set of earrings, which would be great. This piece here is a bit of a confusing one, or confused one. You can see that blue bar, it's almost like it wants to be faced this way. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that yet. I'm just going to take that skin off the bottom, see how it faces, probably end up slicing that thin end off, and maybe orienting the stone in that direction, but we shall see. I have to play with that bit. And finally this piece. Now I am quite excited about this. This is one of the cheaper pieces. I bought these all individually, so that's $500, 150 for that one, $350 for this one, and then this little guy was $180, and I reckon I got a bloody bargain, because that is beautiful, and if that faces like I think it is going to, this one's probably going to end up in my collection. You can see it's got these sort of water bars, but those water bars can be amazing. So if you see it just up by the tip of my thumb there, that's where the water bar, so it's going to be a bit directional, but man, when it flashes at you, it is bright. Like that there is that water bar. You can see it's dipped into it just there. So it's going to be an interesting piece to do, this one. Anyway, it's enough prattling on. I shall get cutting. Okay, so I'm going to start with this piece, which is the lower value piece, just to see how we go. I'm just going to start by cleaning it up and seeing how it faces on both sides. So as I suspected, that's actually vertical bars. So if I face it from this side, you'll get the vertical bars. I'm not sure what to do yet. Okay, so I've decided I'll make an oval gem there. You can see that orangey blue is quite nice. It'll be a decent sized stone, probably a carat or so. The colour's quite weak on these bars, so I'll take it up a bit from there. You can see that these bars angle down, so I'm going to slice it here, and I'm actually going to get a little vertical stone there, which will be quite cool, and then I'll face that one like that. That back is actually really good. Okay, hang on a sec. Okay, slight modification to the plan. This is looking really nice there, so it's thick enough that I can actually slice it right down the guts, so I'm going to do that. Okay, so I slice it off camera. I haven't looked yet. Quite get it in the middle, but Very nice. They're quite crystally now too. This one's a bit thicker. The print's pretty good actually, not a bad slice. But I don't think they'll make a pair anyway. But anyway, let's keep going. Okay, so next up we got this piece. Since that last slice went so well, I think I'll keep the ball rolling and go with the plan of slicing this one as well. So first we'll just face these sides and make sure they're going to face well, and if they do, then we'll slice and we'll get 2 stones. good, so I'm going to continue with the plan to slice it. So I'll just adjust the camera so you can watch the slice. Okay, I've just stopped the machine just for a sec because I want to mark the slice out, and I can explain a little bit of my logic. So this is actually, the bars run this way, so by taking the stone here I'm going to be getting verticals, so there'll be lines coming this way across the face. You can see that there are lines, but that's cool. That is cool. I like verticals, especially when they're that clean. There's no potch in between the bars, so if you're ever going to do verticals, do it when your opal looks like that. So the plan is to use that existing sand as a guide, and then we're going to use that existing healed crack. We're going to come down like so. I'm going to come across like that. Just put a guide for myself. Just join those two up, and we're looking good. So that's the plan. Now you can sort of see what I'm aiming for. This is a bit of a risk. I mean, this is a $350 piece, and I could definitely get a beautiful gem. But if I do, if I just stuck with the one gem and rounded, I'd probably lose quite a lot of material there, and I could make it rounded over there. But I think this way I'll get at least as many carats, possibly even more, and hopefully a pair. So we shall see. It's a bit of a risk, but end of the day I know I've got that one, which is going to be a good carat and a half, maybe even more. So that would probably pay for the piece anyway. So I'm willing to take that risk, and hopefully we get a pair. Right, to the slicer. I missed my mark a little bit, so we've got a lot more material on this piece than we do on this one, so that may have ruined our chances at a pair, but we have a nice gem, and we have a nice smaller gem. Yeah, so the plan was to get a triangle shape like that, then take that point off and hope for the best. So I'll work with this piece first and see what we get. Definitely better colour on that side, so I'll face it from this direction. pear, but they almost could be made into a pear. Maybe they're a set. It's not a pear, it's a set. Okay, now for this one. I'm very excited about this one. So I'm just going to be shaping it into a pear shape. First of all, I'm just going to clean up all these chipped. Let's clean up the surface here because there's a lot of little chips in there. And then I'll work at taking the back off, because I think I need to get the skin off this side to make it more crystally. Is the plan. Good. Didn't go as clear as I liked. I'm leaving a bit of that potch on the back. It's still a decent thickness, but it just wasn't gonna. It doesn't need to be crystally. I'm happy with that. That's beautiful, and that will probably go into my collection. I really like this one. Okay, last piece. So this is the big boy. So this is a $500 piece. We've got probably a stone sitting there. Going to have to come in, but potentially in here because of that sand. So first thing, clean up this face, and then take that off and see if we need to slice. So here we go. take a closer look. Okay, so it's been quite tricky because it's all such a nice colour, but I'm going to slice that off and I'm going to go for an oval somewhere in there, which from this side will be there. So the colour looks kind of a bit better on there on this side, but the best colour is there. So if we can get an oval there. This is 9.5 carats. So I haven't lost that much weight, only 5 carats, so that's quite good, I guess. Well, it's about a third of the weight. So yeah, we're going to have an oval there. Might be a little bit of a pear shape. Going to lose a bit there, lose a bit of good colour there. But there's a bit of sand that still needs to come out of that. So it could even be a pear shape. So we may go for a pear shape as well. We'll just see how we go. So first thing I'll just slice that off. Make a nice little ringstone, probably half a carat or something like that. Alright, let's do it. That wasn't good. Check the stone. Well, that was actually really lucky. So the slicer gripped and it's slivered off a chip that's, I can't find it anymore, it's flew off. But it's the rest of the stone's okay, but I think it's sort of supposed to sit like that, but disaster averted so far. But this is smaller now, so a bit of a shame, but never mind. Let's take off the sharp edge, and that's pretty much all it needs. Then I'll just dop it up, be a little high dome pointer. Scary. Okay, slight change of plans. I was thinking I could almost do a heart, but the problem is, you can see it there, is this corner is a lot thinner. So the best thing to do is to just take that off and have a nice drop shape. And that'll have a nice high dome. About to even that dome out. I'll probably cut slightly on the inside of that line so I can get a nice, save a bit of that nice colour, and maybe even have a little pear out of the offcuts. So I'm going to cut this off camera and then I will shape it up and we'll be ready for the dop sticks. Okay, so that slice went a lot safer. I know what I did wrong before. I was trying to film it, my hands were lower down on the cutting wheel, So I was coming into the cutting wheel underneath it. It needs to be coming in straight. So as I came in underneath, it gripped it, and so there's a little mistake that I made that you don't have to. So yeah, we're just taking that little bit off. The cutting wheel I have is pretty efficient, so there'd be not even half a carat there. So we should be looking at least 5 carats with a finished drop shape. So I'll shape it up and then we'll get cutting. Back so much better than the front. Just look at that chip in there. That is a beauty. What do you reckon? Did you buy that for 500 bucks? That is beautiful. It's like feather pattern or something. Would that be called feather pattern? Let me know what you think. Right, let's get dopping. Okay, so this is what we ended up with. Good little haul. 9 stones, but I mean, not really counting these ones. So yeah, 7 good stones. Although that little guy has a good little flash on it. Too bad. Wet that a bit. So that is stunning. It's absolutely stunning. Crystal. Orange, blue, green. It's probably a B3, I would say, but a nice B3. So I'm really happy with that. And check out, if you could see it, a certain angle, it looks like a feather almost. It's pretty amazing. This sort of structure here, see, it's got like the little, it's like a feather running along there with the bits coming out of it. Very, very cool. Very cool piece. And that's the back, which is almost nicer than the front. A little bit directional. I mean, that's pattern. I mean, I guess it's kind of a rolling flash with straw. I'm not too sure the difference between straw and chaff, but I mean, I think it's not really chaff-like. There are some chaff-like pieces on this side. So yeah, I guess it's a mixture of patterns really. Where's that chaff? Yeah, a little bit there. So sort of, I guess, floral, broad flash, rolling flash, and then whatever the heck that is, that feather. So yeah, very happy with that piece. It's 5.5 carats as it is there. Hopefully end up with 5 carats, and that's got to be at least 500 a carat, more like 800 to 1,000 even. Okay, enough going on about that one. Now this is the one I was originally very excited about, and I am really liking it, but it didn't go quite as transparent as I was hoping. I really love that red there. It's like a very light red, orangey red. That's pretty cool. And these two, these were the one that I wanted to get a pair, but it didn't quite work out, unfortunately. That's 2.25 and that's 1.75 carats. Probably could force a pair out of them if I really wanted to, but I won't. I'll just cut them as they are. The cushion cut's going to be, it just seems to be a bit brighter. But two nice stones. And then the last bit, which was the cheapest bit of all in the rough. So remember I sliced that in half that way. So we'll get a couple of ovals there. I haven't shaped them very well, but I will make them into ovals. And a little cushion cut off the end, which is almost a bit of a picture stone with that line through the centre, but quite nice. So yeah, so we'll get them dopped up and we'll cut them and polish them and show you the results. Put a bit more wax on there. I like to make a bit of a point, so when I'm heating up the wax again, I don't want it to be too mushy too far back. You want to get the tip quite hot, and then when you smush it onto the stone, it sort of is harder wax further back. It's kind of hard to explain. If you heat up too much of the wax and it gets all liquidy, when you push it into the stone, it sort of just splurges everywhere. So you want to get the tip really, really liquid and then a bit firmer back here. Alright, so this is what we've ended up with. These are all polished and finished, but I'm actually going to polish the backs. But I wanted to just show you them now before I do the backs, because I want to do a little before and after. So, beautiful piece. That's 5.75 carats. And I will polish that back. But I'm curious to see what the before and after will look like. I think we'll get more of that colour from the back coming through the front, hopefully. You can kind of see it in the background, it's a little murky looking. And I'm hoping that polishing the back will crispen up that 3D colour on colour. Yeah, so we should end up with at least 5 carats. So that's the Kingstone, obviously. This one here is the $180 piece. It's quite directional, but when it kicks, and I really do love this little gem. So my hunch was right. When I saw this piece in the rough, I was like, that one could very well end up in my collection. And I do really like it. It's probably not super valuable, but it's just very unique. And it's got the pinks and purples, which I love. Now these pieces here are the $350 piece, which I was wanting to make a pair, but as you can see, we didn't make a pair. We made a cushion cut, which is quite a lot nicer than the oval that came off the bottom. That wax will come off. So I will polish both sides of these as well, especially this one. The back of that will polish really nicely. Pretty good cut. They're all pretty well cut, pretty even. And high polish, apart from my fingerprints, which are probably all over them now. So yeah, really happy with that piece. Look at that. All the colours, even pink. Great stone. So I mean I think that's 2 point, you'll see what it is. 1.86 carats. So just under 2 carats for that guy. And that is pretty amazing colour. Shape's still a little off on this, but I'll fix it up when I do the back. So we just got a little bit of a... actually, it's not bad. I think it might be... Yeah, no, that's pretty good. It's just the back, I think, which is a bit uneven. Yeah, that bit there. Which is funny, it can make the front look off. So that's an interesting anomaly that happens with Opal. And you can actually change the way the front looks by changing the back a little bit. So it's interesting. But yeah, once that back's evened up, that should look pretty much perfect. Perfect little pair. And this was the cheap $150 piece with, which we got these 3 pieces out of. So that's an interesting looking cushion cut. And then the nicest the one that came off the top was this one here, which had a bit more orange in it, and that was the one I sliced off the bottom of that guy there, and got a little green blue. Tiny chamfer on the back, and then just polish the back flat. Yep. So there we go. So thanks very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed that. And coming up next time, I am not sure. I think I'm going to be doing some lightning ridge, some lower grade material. So that'll be interesting. Yeah, you'll see me having to work for it a bit harder. These last few cuts have been pretty good material, to be honest. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.